JBIT, where your dreams turns into reality. Give yourself a wings to fly, offering multidimensional courses in the fields of technology, management, agriculture and pharmacy. Admissions open.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and all my Facebook listeners, those who are engaged on this platform. Today, I am here to share certain prospects. In fact, not only a prospect, it is one of the most confusing area where students are primarily very much confused when they talk about it or when they're going to decide about it. The area which I am planning to cover today is the agriculture. Why agriculture? That's one of the things which we are supposed to talk. And once we say why, then what are the prospects, including the scope of employment or the scope of learning or the future opportunities we're going to have and everything. So in this small scale of time, whatever I have, I'll try to cover most of the areas. So see, this is one of the subject lines which has been very popular nowadays among students. But usually when we receive the inquiries, they do have lots of doubts where they're going to talk about, sir, हमने agriculture तो कर लिया. अब where are we are supposed to go? Where are the employment? Where are the opportunities? Guys, see, when you talk about the curriculum or the course, we need to have a very basic understanding. This is something which is very much practical oriented. And if you see in totality among all the subject lines, if you see that, this is the only area which give you the opportunities in terms of placement better than other courses, in terms of making you range shifted in entrepreneurship, in terms of giving you a free hand employment opportunities where you can come up as a freelancer and use your knowledge and skills to generate not only future employabilities for others and for your sake as well. Right. So once we talk about, the only few things which you are supposed to keep in mind is agriculture is all about a practical learning area where you have to engage more self in a practical assignments. So before stepping down into persuasion of this course, what you need to ensure is just go and figure it out with respect to syllabus coverage and everything. The first and the utmost important is the particular college where you want to drove in yourself, right? Just go, and the number one thing which you're supposed to check is that college has been having the authenticated syllabus which falls under the categorization of ICAR, which is Indian Council of Agriculture and Research. Are they following the same curricular norms and all? Right, that's number one. Second, when you choose a college, you need to ensure that what kind of field range they have, where they can actually engage you in practicality. Because these are the basic things which ultimately can, give you the diversified knowledge. If you're not engaged in the practical prospects of your subject areas, like let's suppose and let's assume you're studying a plant breeding, or let's say animal sciences, or let's say a biotechnology prospects, or let's say soil sciences and plant biochemistry, or let's say agriculture economics and all that way. So these are the subjects which can need lots of practical exposure apart from your theoretical learning and all. Right, and once you're done with this, in your 4 years of your knowledge and everything, then you started looking for the opportunities and all that, right? Where exactly you can place yourself. So once you have been graduated in agriculture, there are lots of scope in public and in private, both the sectors. Right. I mean, there's a huge range of employment opportunities. If I mention, like there are food technology industries where you can work. There are agri machinery industries where you can place yourself. Then there are multinational who are engaged in manufacturing of agriculture units. You can work, right? And there are lots of central and state government departments where you can work as a research fellow, junior research fellow, and your agriculture analyst and agriculture probation officer, let's say quality assurance cells where you can work. You can work in banking sectors as well. You can work in fertilizer and pesticide sectors as well. You can work into the seed manufacturing units as well. I mean, these are I'm sharing a very few things. But if you see in totality, the scope is enormous and huge. It's like unmatchable. When you talk about the other, technical courses where there are lots of layoffs has been going on, where there are lots of unemployment has been there because there's a mass production of, let's say, technical graduate, there's a mass production of management graduates, and they are not being occupied by the industries just because of the, they are not matching the standard of the skills what their industries are looking forward. But this agriculture can stand out in terms of creating the employment opportunities, because I mean, if you see, I mean, usually our economy is a agriculture based economy, right? And not only that, I mean, somehow down the line, I mean, we all are connected with that, I mean, our ancestors, our grandparents and all that, but we do have that farming land. So what you can do is, in case, let's assume if you're not getting a proper employment opportunities just because you do have some issues and all that way, you can use your advanced skills and knowledge in terms of creating the employment for yourself, for others as well, right? I mean, these are the few prospects. And my suggestion to the students when they choose or when they want to enter in this particular segment, what I feel like they need to have a proper understanding of their subject areas, because being a science, pass out, it's like entering into any dream course or anything is going to be easy if you have a decent percentage and all that way. But what you need to ensure is the kind of education you're planning for yourself, that need to be a quality driven. And with respect to, before ensuring or before like wrenching yourself here and there, I personally suggest students to go visit the campus, see the the entitled things what they are supposed to have in terms of basic requirement, like proper lands for the practicals, and proper labs for engaging them into the sessions, and most importantly, or very good faculties, because learning is a rigorous process, and this can only be possible when you have a particular mentor or a subject guide to teach you, who can impart you the great in-depth knowledge in terms of their specializations and all, right? And this is only possible when you go personally and physically audit the campus and everything. In last, don't get confused yourself, because this is the area which comes with opportunities. This is what I personally felt, and it is way better than the other subject line and the streams. The only thing what it is we needed is your wholehearted interest, in particular in terms of excelling yourself into this agriculture. And yes, choosing a right college is again going to be very, very important, because this is something you should always keep in mind, the few basic things which I have been discussing earlier as well, like proper subject faculties, a land for your research and for your farming practices, and the engagement labs, the subject labs primarily what we call of, right? And from where I'm talking about, you must be pretty much interested to know. Guys, I am from JBIT. This is JB Institute of Technology and Sciences, where we do offer n number of courses, but our major forte area is agriculture. And this is one of the finest campus in North India, which is like offering this course from last almost 8 or 9 years. We have been into this agriculture practices. And trust me, once you're in with respect to in terms of coming down here and planning to visit Dehradun, just give a visit to this campus as well, or keep it as one of the options, because you won't find us back in any due respect with respect to offering you the best of the things when it comes to offering the quality education. That's it. Thank you so much. Hope to see you.